Hi everyone, and welcome to another video by Artistic Hobbies. Today I'll be doing a full review on this Enterprise D from Eaglemoss. So we'll go into the size, the weight of this model, the quality, paint and details, the stand quality. Then at the very end I'll do an overall score of how I feel this model is. Anyway guys, let's get started. So before we get into the review of this model, just wanted to let you guys know I did buy this on eBay, got a good deal on it, but it did not come with a magazine or the original stand, so I had to buy an aftermarket stand, which is shown below. It fits the model very well, but it did take me a long time to get this stand. Took me almost a month and a half before I actually received it. But it's a nice stand, and it fits the model very well. Anyway, let's get into the review of this USS Enterprise D. So let's get into the weight of this model. Since I didn't receive this model with the original stand, we're just going to do some weight just for the model itself. Let's make sure I got it on here. And the weight is at 12.2 ounces. Not bad. Now, most of the weight is towards the front of this model. And from what I can tell, this portion is all metal. This portion is definitely all metal. I'm not sure about this part, if it's metal or this part, but it wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't. These, I believe, are all plastic. So let's get into the overall length of this model. Okay, let's see what the overall length of this model is. So what I want to do is just turn it upside down here. So I got it aligned in front well. So the model is roughly there, and the size is roughly, let me get that straight on here. Looks like 8 5/8 in length. As far as the saucer portion of the model, and it is roughly 6 1/4 inches. And I'll just do a quick measurement of this here. Looks like 4 1/4 inches. Exactly. So not too bad size for a model of this scale. Now let's get into the quality of this model. So let's get into the quality of this model. So the first thing what I want to do is just see how everything is put together, just to make sure nothing's going to fall off this model. And from what I can see, this model is well put together. Nothing seems like it's going to fall apart. There is a little flex on these pylons, but they're attached very well. So I'm not afraid of them coming apart. So as far as how this model was put together, there is a big seam that goes along here. But with that said, this is how this portion disattached from this portion of the ship in the films and the TV series in real life. So even though this is a big body line here, it goes with the model. It should be there. So that's very accurate. Let's see, there is a seam line down in here. Not sure if you guys can see that. There's a small seam line that goes along here, but it's barely visible. So nice job, Eaglemoss, for hiding those lines. Let me turn it over. So we do have a big seam line here, but that is film accurate also. So not too bad. And looks like there is a small seam line here, but you can barely see it. Other than that, let's take a look at these pylons real quick here. As you can see, let me try to get up closer, see if I can focus. Small little body line there, but you can see it more from back over here. A small little body line. But overall, body lines are film accurate, and it looks pretty well. All seam lines, how it was put together was screen accurate, or they hit it very well. So good job, Eaglemoss, on hiding seams and being screen accurate when it comes to body lines. Now, as far as paint and detail or decals, the only thing that may be a decal is these lines right here, but I wouldn't be surprised if these are painted on. But I believe these might be some kind of decals. Numbers are very crisp here. Let me turn it over here. Letters, numbers, very crisp. Even the small ones are very crisp. So nice job, Eaglemoss, on making sure the letters and numbers look very good. They look good here. Some of the striping looks very crisp. Some more down in this area. This area looks very nice. Let's see, there's one more over here too. As you can see over here, nicely done. And very legible. So nice job, Eaglemoss, there. Now, as far as detail on this model, there is lots of it. Aztecing is done very nicely all over this model. But one thing you will see on this model compared to like the Enterprise C or E model that I did a review on, the USS Voyager, one big difference between this model and those two is the windows. So the body does not have indentations where the windows should go. And so when they place the windows on here, there's no misalignment issues that you can tell, if that makes sense. So the windows on here look very nicely done. One thing I wish they might have done a little bit more is maybe added a little bit more detail to the escape pods here. They all run along here, here, up here. But it looks nice. Let's go back here. Nicely done. A lot of Aztecing on this part of the ship. These are done very nicely. The clear plastic parts are very nice. Red here, blue over here. Let's go ahead and turn this over here. This is done very nicely. But the Aztecing on this model is done very nicely. I like it a lot. A lot of good detail here. Trying to get you guys up as close as I can to this model so you can see all the detail. Now back to the issue with the windows. Let me grab my Enterprise E and I'll show you what I mean. See, now with the Enterprise E, great example what I'm talking about. So the windows are indented into the body of the model itself. So these windows actually should have been down here. And when you look at the Enterprise D, there's no issues when it comes to this. So there's no indentations in the mold of the body of the model itself. So wherever they put the windows, there's no discrepancy where it should have been. So that's why I like this model a lot. They took away the indentations on the mold itself of the windows and just laid down the paint of the windows where they felt it needed to be. And it doesn't detract. This is the way all Eaglemoss models should be. Windows should be painted on their models, in my opinion. Now this right here, I don't know if it's a decal or actually painted on. But as you can see, it's nice and crisp. Right below the numbers where it says 1701D, right below that it says Enterprise. Very small, but it's legible. Very nice. How they do that, I have no idea. But as far as this, let's get into the stand on this model. Like I said, I did not get I bought this used on eBay, so I did not get a stand. But I did get an aftermarket stand. It did take me a long time to get this in the mail. I think it almost took a month and a half to get it. It's well put together and it fits the ship very well. I don't recall how much I paid for it, but it shows off the model very well. So I'm happy about the stand. Now, as far as an overall score for this model, so since this has no issues with windows alignment issues. I'm very happy about that. Aztecing is done very nice on this model. All the striping, the lettering, the numbering is right on. I guess if I'm going to nitpick, could they have done this line a little bit better? Maybe, but I'm just nitpicking. So from 1 to 10, I want to score this a 9 plus. This is just on the verge of being a 10. So as far as the score for this model, in my opinion, I want to give this a 10. And a couple reasons. Number one is the windows. There's no indentation in the mold of the model itself where a window should go. So Eaglemoss eliminated that from the mold. So when they stamp the windows on here, there's no alignment issues. So good job, Eaglemoss, on that. The numbers, letters, everywhere on the ship is nice and crisp. No paint runs. All the lines on the ship are very straight and where they should be. I guess if I'm going to nitpick, could this line be a little bit better? I guess so, but I'm nitpicking. And it is screen accurate where this portion did detach from this portion of the body in the film and the TV series. So as being screen accurate, that's a plus. As far as any body lines that really stick out like a sore thumb on this model, it's non-existent. Everything is put together very nicely on this model. So my overall score for this model is a 10. And it's probably one of my favorite out of my whole collection, alongside my Enterprise E that I did a previous video on. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please hit that like button and subscribe button so you can keep up to date on our latest videos. Until next time, guys, have a good one.